Okay, here's the first of many videos about ChatGPT for boomers. I just heard today that only about 1% of boomers are using this, and that is crazy. So it involves two things. The parent company of ChatGPT is OpenAI. This is their platform. This is my account. You go to OpenAI first, open up an account, and then you have to pay $20 because you're going to need to have an API key to work this properly. They have just upgraded DAL-E, called DAL, really. And with DAL, you can draw whatever you want, and it comes out exceptional based on the prompts that you put in it. And I'm going to show you how to put in good prompts on another video because no one prompts are available and people act like they're not. Sorry, my avatar's acting up just a little bit, but that's okay for the first time around. So in here, you can also practice. And this is why they have this here. They call it a playground. And you sort of go in here and you'll actually learn coding. But let's don't get into that now either. But I just wanted to come in here and let you know that OpenAI, and you'll see their cute little logo here. I don't think I have the screen wide enough, but anyway, that's their logo. And well, I guess I'm going to get out of that now. And then we're going to go in here to the big chat GPT 3.5 and GPT.4. GPT 3.5 is their fastest model. You'll love it, works great. Everyday tasks, things you want to do, questions you want to ask, simple tasks like that, or as complex as you want to make it. Then there's GPT-4. Again, they just are adding all this stuff now. You can throw a picture in here from your files, put it in there, and say, what is this a picture of? And it will tell you. And it chats back to you now, and it didn't have that feature before. And they just recently, again, they took this out for a while. I think they had to calibrate it or whatever they had to do, they did. So now they were up to, only to the year 2021 December. Then they added it up to 2022 January. But now that Bing is back in this platform, you can use it. This is another awesome feature right here, our plugins. Plugins are apps, and when you plug these apps in, you can treat them like exactly what they are. So say you want to go somewhere on a trip, and say you want to go to Hawaii. You can ask it to find you if you got to check the plugin. Make sure you're only allowed 3 plugins at a time. So you check the plugin, and when you check the plugin, it will first of all you can hover over and it'll tell you what each plugin does. Okay. This one you can talk to PDFs with. This one has to do with games. So if you hit one of these plugins, you use it for what the plugin is. If you want to go somewhere and say, what does Deal Dazzle do? Find out what it does and talk to it. And it will chat back to you. Now, we'll get into plugins later. What I really wanted to show you today, which is the best thing about this, is and people act, prompt engineering is critical. It is, no matter what anybody says, and how everybody does say it, it is critical. So there's a lot of people out there that have done some really good jobs putting some prompts together, and I'll show you all the places you can find them so you don't have to rack your brains looking for them. There's some guys that put together ones they call super prompts, and there's just some very, very cool ones. I can clear these chats out, but I need to. I should have before I started recording this, but with these prompts, you can have this act like anything you want it to act like. So that's what makes it fun. So say you're say you want to be an artist. Well, because of the way mine is set up, I can. Or let's think of something. Say you want to be a poet. So mine is all set up because I've made it that way with a super prompt, and I'll show you that later. But I can say act like a poet who uh, writes a poem like Edgar Allan Poe in a cemetery. Now, Not happy about all this spelling, but I'm doing this rather quick. Watch it go, and you'll see what happens. Now, see how this talks to me? It's because I set it up to talk to me that way. See how here now, as you read this, in a graveyard dim and cold, where the tales of yore are told, moonlight casts a paler fair, and beautiful, beautiful poem. Here lies Tom. Now, he used my name because I set it up this way. I'm a boomer. I was born and raised in the 70s. Well, born in the my teenage years were in the 70s. So if you see how I talk to mine, this will make you really enjoy ChatGTP. It's this right here. Watch. I can say, thanks, bro. That was cool. And I watch the response I get. Anything else you'd like to dive in today? And I can say, like, how are you with the classics? Like, say, Faust. Ah, Faust, the tale of ambition, temptation, and complexity of human nature. God, it's a cornerstone of Western literature. What would you like to explore with this classic tale? Themes, characters, or perhaps an influence on modern works? Now, I'm just going to make this a short video. You can give this a thumbs up, and ChatGPT loves it when you do it. Stay involved. Just say, that was better than I anticipated. And get involved with this thing because I'm telling you, people don't realize it can tell. And I have it address me as Tom. So whatever your name is, you can tell it to address you by your name, and it will. I will be back with more videos, so subscribe to my channel, and I promise you, I will make this so easy for you, you won't believe it. It's not as hard as people think. When you start uploading pictures, when you start summarizing articles, where do you start writing contracts? Where do you start taking PDFs and finding out the bullet points in them? Where do you start creating your own movies, text to speech? It is absolutely endless. But the best way to do is learn a little bit at a time. But you should definitely not pass on this tool. Believe me when I tell you. Over here is another place that I can write prompts, but I'll tell you about that one later. That's it for me. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back soon so you guys will understand what's going on. And if you have any questions, you can email me at hodgesthomas@gmail.com, and we can go from there.